Hey, Emily. I'll give you more details once you get home, but for the time being, I've got a big announcement to make.
What's up, Roy? Aren't you at work right now? Is everything okay?
I've been appointed to work at corporate headquarters.
Corporate headquarters? So, what does that mean?
Well, to put it simply, my company wants me to work together with the big shots. They want me to have a bigger hand in the company's global operations.
So then this is, like, a promotion? You're moving up?
It's going to be kind of a gradual thing, but ultimately, yeah. My branch manager told me that he's never seen anyone get called up to corporate HQ as fast as this before. Isn't that something?
Wow, that's great!
So the next big step is to look for a new apartment and get ready to move, so a lot is going to need to get done in a limited time frame.
I want to live in a high-rise apartment.
Huh?
You're gonna be a big shot, right? All the big shots on TV shows live in high-rise apartments. Oh, it's gonna be so great. I can't wait to gaze out of the windows at all the little people walking below.
Okay, well, I guess if I can find something that's within our means, then we might be able to make it happen. Yo, Roy, how's it going? Whoa, is that you, Drew? It's been way too long, man. How have you been? Great, thanks. Sorry, I gone kind of radio silent lately. How are things going for you and my sister? I'm doing fine. No complaints, man. It's great to hear from you. Glad to hear it. Now, I hate to jump right into business, but there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you have a minute to talk right now? Yeah, sure. What is it? Mom told me that you've been appointed to your company's corporate headquarters. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Actually, I just found out the other day. Wow, so you're on your way to the top, huh? Yeah, I guess so. It kind of feels weird saying that about myself, though. I'm not one for blowing my own horn, but I guess the execs were really pleased with my performance on a big project that just got completed a few weeks ago. So pleased, actually, that they want me to come to corporate HQ and lead the team for a brand new and adventurous project they planned. From the sounds of things, I'll still be sticking around there on a long-term basis, even after the project is completed. Man, to think my little brother-in-law is now a high-powered businessman. I don't know. It might be a bit early to break out that title for me. You figured out where you're gonna live yet? No, actually. Like I said, I just found out that I was gonna have to move a couple of days ago, and the move won't be for another 2 months, so I honestly haven't even begun to make any sort of arrangements in that department. Okay, well in that case, would you like to move into the apartment I'm using right now? Your apartment? The one on the top floor? The one I stayed in for a while? That apartment? Yep, that's the one. Are you sure you'd be okay with that? Oh, don't worry. We're not gonna be living together there or anything. Plus, it's kind of a limited time offer. Oh yeah? Is something going on in your life too? Well, this is really an incredible coincidence, but I just got transferred too. Wow, really? You too, Drew? Yeah, it's a complicated situation, but the guy who was going to be taking on the new position had to withdraw at the last minute due to some family circumstances. Ah, and so you drew the short straw and had to take over for him, right? Exactamundo. But man, I really, really like this apartment, and I still have some time left on the lease, so once I move out, it's just going to be collecting dust until my lease expires. I was thinking about what in the world I was going to do with it when Mom texted me and told me about your promotion. Wow, that is a crazy coincidence. I know this is all pretty short notice, and I'm really not concerned at all about the rent, since I already paid that in advance anyway. So, if it would help you feel better about it, we can work out a financial arrangement that's not too much of a burden on you after things get settled down. It's close to the same business park your company's HQ is in, so it seems like a good fit for you. Man, that does sound nice. I'm super close to accepting your offer right here and now, but I think I should probably talk to my wife about it first before I make any big decisions. Really? You think she's gonna say anything other than yes? All that girl talks about is her dream of living in a fancy high-rise apartment. Yeah, trust me, I know. Right. I just hauled the last box up to the new apartment, but Emily, I know you're excited about moving to the big city, and I've been pretty understanding about you going out on your own to enjoy yourself on the town, but you've been completely ignoring me since we got here. You've barely said a single word to me. You can't even spare me a good morning or good night? What's going on with you? Look, I need to focus on my work now. I've already taken care of all my stuff. It's all cleared out from the living room, so now you're gonna have to take care of unloading all your own stuff, okay? I put it next to the TV so you won't forget about it. It's my first day at corporate HQ tomorrow, and I'm jumping right into the big project they're having me lead, so my hands are gonna be completely full with that for the foreseeable future. I won't have any time to help you with your unpacking. Got it? Yo, Roy, how's it going? You enjoying life in that high-rise apartment you've always dreamed about? I think you're confused about something. Emily is the one who always dreamed about living in a high-rise, not me. I know, just messing with you. So seriously now, what do you think? Are you comfortable in there? It's not bad. I mean, the view is absolutely incredible, can't deny that. Although it was kind of a pain for the first few days that every time I realised I needed something, I had to spend 5 minutes in the elevator before I could even get out the front door. I'm going to have to remember to account for that when I leave for work in the morning. But I wouldn't want to be late because one too many people wanted to get on the elevator. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. It takes forever to get to the ground floor. Yeah, that's going to take a while to get used to. Other than that, I guess I'm just not used to the whole high-rise society yet. Some of the women around here are, well, they act like they're characters right out of one of Emily's terrible dramas. Let me guess, you met the illustrious Mrs. Carmichael, am I right? I bet she gave you the entire rundown on how her husband's the CEO of a trading firm and he ran into Jay-Z and Beyonce at a party a few years ago. Hey, she told me that same story about once a week. Yep, I've definitely heard that one a few times already. Yeah, it's only going to be for 6 months. I think I can handle living with the muckety mucks for that long. Good luck. You'll need it. Emily, I thought you'd be home late last night, but I just woke up and you're still not home. What's going on with you? You've been doing this a lot lately, and here we go, leaving me on red yet again. That doesn't hurt as much as when you straight up ignore me to my face, though. I really wish you would talk to me. I'm getting concerned about you. Yo, Roy, I just looked at my calendar. You've already been living there for 3 months, eh? Any problems? Things going smoothly for you guys? Thanks for being so concerned about me, Drew. There's no real problems with the apartment itself. I've been keeping a healthy amount of distance between the neighbours, so I'm still managing to be on friendly terms with everyone I pass in the hallway on my way to work in the morning. Glad to hear, but to be totally honest, I wasn't actually talking about the apartment. It's Emily, isn't it? She's got you worried, hasn't she? Look, I'm gonna be heading back that way this weekend for work. You wanna meet up? We can talk about it. She's my sister. I might be able to help you out. Maybe that would be for the best. I've been doing nothing but bottling it up inside and hoping things change for a while now. And, well, nothing has changed. What time can you be here? Hey, Drew. Thanks for coming to talk with me today, man. I had no idea that's why Emily had been ignoring me all this time. Like I said, she's done this exact same thing before in the past. I can't believe her. She just refuses to grow up. But, thanks to the information you provided me with, it makes taking my next step a whole lot easier. I really appreciate that. I just have to do my best to deal with things for the next 3 months. I just have to make the best of my situation. Well, who knows? Maybe this might make things work out better for me in the end. Roy, look, I really can't express how sorry I am about that idiot sister of mine. Hey, don't apologize, okay? There's nothing that you need to apologize for, just none of this is your fault. Yeah, well, If there's anything at all that I can do to help you out, let me know, okay? I might just take you up on that. Well, thanks again, Drew. Hey, Emily. I know you're definitely not going to reply to me, but there's something I needed to tell you. Next month marks 6 months since we moved into this apartment. I think you know what that means, so make sure you make all the necessary preparations. I'm going to be really busy, so I won't be able to micromanage everything. You're going to have to fend for yourself. Yo, Emily. How's it going?
Oh, hey, Drew. Nice to hear from you. It's been, 5 months now since you gave us this sweet apartment?
Yeah, I think that's about right. To get right down to business, I have a message for you from Mom.
From Mom? What is it?
Actually, as long as I got you, I have something I need to tell you too.
Okay, so let's hear it. I hope it's good news.
You remember meeting my girlfriend? Well, we've been dating for long enough and we decided to get married.
Wow, that's awesome.
We already got legally married, so we'll have a formal wedding ceremony once both of our work schedules have settled down a bit.
Well, that's so great, Drew. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, Emily. So, along with that, Mom's gonna be moving in with us in our new house. Since Mom's old house will just be collecting dust anyway, she's also decided to put it on the market, and I think we got a buyer who will be closing soon.
Ah, okay. Thanks for letting me know. But are you sure your wife will be fine with suddenly living with her mother-in-law like that?
Nah, no need to worry. The two of them actually share the same hobbies, so they've been able to bond over that. Really, though, if it weren't for that, the two of them get along so well that they both told me that they'd like for us all to move in together. I was looking for a house that would fit all of us, and I found a really nice duplex that was exactly what we needed. So I went ahead and bought it. The units are totally separate, so we'll all have our privacy.
Wow, cool. Well, I'm glad things are going so smoothly for you.
Thanks. Okay, that's all I wanted to say for now. Well, gotta go.
Gotcha. Talk to you later, Drew.
Yo, Roy. I just texted Emily and told her that we sold Mom's old house. Mom's also said that she's 100% fine with everything. She officially has all of her potential escape routes closed off. Thanks so much for doing all that for me, Drew. Once you give the go-ahead, Mom and I are going to change our phone numbers and other contact info, so let me know when everything is ready to go on your end. Gotcha. Will do. Everything from here on out, I leave totally up to you. Deal with it in whatever way you see fit. Oh, trust me. I already know exactly what I'm going to do and when. Hey there, Emily. It's been 6 months now since you started completely ignoring me. 6 months. You know what that means? It means the lease on the apartment expires today.
What? What are you talking about? The lease is expiring? Why?
Why? What do you mean, why? Your brother told you about everything when we first moved in, didn't he? He paid for a year's worth of rent for this apartment in advance, but he found out he was getting transferred just 6 months into the lease. He figured it would be better to have us live here than let it go to waste, so he let us move in for the last 6 months.
Wait, back up. You mean to tell me Drew didn't own this apartment? He was just renting?
I'm 100% sure that he told you it was a rental. 100%. There's no way you missed that conversation.
Oh no, this is the worst.
And another thing, I'm suing you.
What? You can't sue me. I'm your wife.
Actually, I can sue you, since you've been cheating on me. It doesn't matter that you're my wife. For now.
Wait, are you saying...
You've been sleeping with Mrs. Carmichael's husband, our next-door neighbour. I thought it was odd that you went into their apartment by yourself the first day we moved in here. And it only became more odd when you came back, grabbed your makeup bag, and went right back there without saying a word to me. I'm not sure what he told you that sealed the deal. Was it his run-ins with celebrities, or just the fact that he's filthy rich? Whatever the case, you went right into the bedroom with him and began your affair. And that brings us to the reason you've been completely ignoring me for this whole time. I understand that back in your college days you had a boyfriend that you wanted to break up with, couldn't bring yourself to dump him directly, so you decided to ignore him? Like you've been doing to me. And eventually the poor guy broke up with you himself. I suppose you thought that since it worked so flawlessly last time, you could get me to divorce you in the same way.
Hey, how do you know about that?
I hired a private detective.
You did?
That, and also Mr. Carmichael admitted the whole thing.
Oh no.
Yes, sadly it's true. It would seem the not-so-happy couple has entered divorce mediation.
Wait a minute, that means once you and I get divorced, then I can go get married to Mr. Carmichael for real. I can be his next wife.
You'll have to ask him about that.
Yes, awesome. Great, I'm sold. Let's get divorced as soon as possible.
I left the divorce papers on the living room table. Go ahead and sign them whenever you can.
You got them put together already?
Yeah, I told you. We have to move out of that apartment today.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
From the sound of things, you are completely unprepared to move out. Am I right?
Yeah.
I figured as much. I went ahead and booked a monthly room for you to live in for the next month, so you'll need to move in by noon today. The key and address are in an envelope beneath the divorce papers.
Hey, give me a break though. This is all too sudden.
Not my problem. I'm moving out. Goodbye.
Hey! You can't just leave me like this. Oh, well, whatever. Screw you. I'll just go next door to my darling Mr. Carmichael's room. First things first, though, I'm going to submit these papers to the courthouse. Then I'll tell Mr. Carmichael the great news. Roy, I've changed my mind. We are not getting divorced. I just went to the Carmichael's room and it was totally empty. I asked the other neighbors what happened and they said that his company went under. He's losing his CEO salary, so he won't be able to afford the monthly rent for their apartment. I tried calling and texting him, but I can't get a hold of him. He dumped me. I can't believe it. Roy, answer me right now. Roy, please. Oh, why did I have to go and submit those divorce papers?
After that last text, Emily immediately called a moving company to get her stuff out, so she barely managed to finish moving before the apartment building's deadline. Which was lucky for her. If she had taken another 2 minutes, they'd have charged her another month's rent. I sent my lawyer to have a long, in-depth discussion about the future with her while she was living at the apartment I booked for her. By which I mean to say that I'm suing her for as much as I can possibly get. I already settled accounts with Mr. Carmichael, who opted for a lump sum payment rather than a long and drawn-out payment plan. Emily was planning on having him foot the bill for when I inevitably sued her, but that plan went up in flames the moment she got dumped. This left her as the only involved party without existing financial means to deal with the fallout from their affair. When she found out she'd have to work off her legal bills by herself, my lawyer said she went as pale as a ghost. But I can only imagine how much worse it was when she tried to contact her brother and mother, only to realise that even her own family had cut her out of their lives. She had to take out a loan to cover the settlement, and she's now working 2 jobs every day from morning until night to slowly chip away at it. At the rate she's currently going, she might pay it back by the time she's, 78?
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Anthony? Hey, are you really not feeling like leaving that condo anytime soon?
What? You're going on about that again, Sienna? Sienna, when are you going to finally understand my current situation instead of always acting like everything I say and do is a lie? I'm starting to lose faith in all these explanations I keep giving you about myself.
As you should, because there's no point in lying to me all the time about what you're currently doing. I won't begin to understand you until you begin to tell me the truth. So, Anthony, why are you not able to ever understand any of the things I explained to you? That condo, the one you currently live in as well, is the condo that your older brother, who is making $1 million a year, who is also my husband, bought for us. In other words, I'm the only one with the right to live there besides him. Are you not embarrassed to be sitting around in our house all the time like a parasite?
Then you're saying my mom also does not have the right to live there, even though her husband just passed away not too long ago and she's lonely right now?
As for your mom, well, she's currently working, and as long as she's putting money into the house, I don't mind having her live with us. But you went and quit your job out of nowhere, and the moment your brother said it was fine for you to move in with us, you had all your things shoved through our front door and started staying with us. And ever since that day, you haven't even tried to look for a new job, instead sitting around all day in that room my husband gave you, doing nothing at all with your life.
You're not working either, Sienna.
There's no reason for me to be working right now. Don't relate a housewife like myself to whatever sad mess you are. Also, it's natural for the husband's wife to be living in the same place as him, right? You're in no place to tell me I can't live here just because I'm not working now.
And that's why I've told you plenty of times before. I left that job I had before so that I could help my brother with his job, as well as get the required certifications that I need to go and work with him full time. And this whole building happens to be a part of the company. Therefore, I'm allowed to live here just like any other employee who works there. There's a place for everyone in my brother's family here, which means you don't have to act like I'm taking up this whole condo, when it was made specifically for all of us to be here. Now let me ask, why haven't you come and moved in yet?
Because I am waiting for you to get out of there before bringing all my stuff.
What? Why?
Listen, Anthony, I'm saying all of this for your own good. That condo is my wealthy husband's place to make his home, and with his mother willing to work a job and help pay the bills, she's allowed a spot there. But the fact that you just climbed on in and haven't left that place since to work or go out and study, that's what makes you the definition of a parasite.
Do you even know the definition of a parasite?
If you don't want to be called such a nasty thing anymore, go out and find a job and then get out of our condo. Until you are officially moved out of there, I am not going to stop pestering you about it.
Colt, do you have a second to talk? Oh, hey, Anthony, what do you want to talk about? Is this about studying for that exam you have coming up? Actually, that's all been going pretty well for me. I've been making sure to study for at least 4 hours a day. However, I want to talk to you about your wife right now. I don't think I can stand her for much longer, Colt. Was she saying even more things to you? These days she's texting me around 1 to 2 times telling me to get out of your condo. Then she'll go on about how I'm doing nothing at all with my life and won't even listen to my explanations about why she is wrong. I've told her before that this whole building is a part of the company, which means that I'm allowed to live here since I'm technically working with you. Yet she won't even listen to that. I see. I'm sorry for saying this to you all the time. I'm sure she's far more trouble around you than she is around me. No, I'm sorry that you're having to continue putting up with her when you've done nothing to deserve that kind of treatment. Today I accidentally told her that she does have a room here with you and that she doesn't have to keep whining about me taking up her space. Was that too soon of me? No, that's fine. You can tell her it's okay to come now. If she really were to move out right now, I wouldn't be bothered by it because my room is already set up completely, so she can come sleep with me and then work on setting up her hobby room during her free time. Oh, that's a good point. Thank goodness. I really am sorry, though, for all the trouble she's causing you. I was really hoping that things would go a little more smoothly so that we could all be happy and not have to fight. I don't think she even understands that part of the reason why things have been taking so long with moving into the condo is because we have to renovate a lot of things still. I really want that office for you and I completed soon, but that's not stopping her from moving in, and neither are you. I wish you would just be a little bit more open-minded. This whole building still has a lot of work that needs to be done, so I really need to get back to focusing on that completely. Having to run a company like that really must be a stressful job, huh? Kind of is. Well, things should be calming down here soon, right? That's right. I can already see the end of this long and tiresome tunnel. You also know that things are coming to a close here soon then, which means we'll both have to act soon. Let's both do our best when the time comes to finish things off. All right. Thank you for being by my side here, Anthony.
Anthony, tomorrow I'll be moving into that condo.
What? Oh, now that I think about it, your lease on that apartment is pretty much over with now.
That's right. Honestly, the fact that I have to move into that condo now, knowing that you have still not moved out of there like I've asked so many times, pisses me off. Not only do I have to move in now because my lease is ended, but I have to do so with you still acting all comfortable there.
By the way, tomorrow my brother has the day off work, right?
Well, it is the day that I'll be moving into his condo. It also seems that he's taking care of a lot of the trouble within his company now. So now I'll have a chance to talk with him in person about hiring an exterminator to deal with the parasite that's still living within his home. Hey, Anthony!
Oh, hey, Sienna. You should be in the middle of moving in, correct? What's happened that has you calling me so many times like that?
Have you gone and told my husband something that's not true?
What? I'm very sorry, but I really don't have any idea what you're trying to assume that I've done.
I do not like riding in cars very much as it makes me feel very sick. So I took some medicine to make me fall asleep for the ride over to the condo and wasn't awake the whole entire time. I was just told that we had arrived, so I opened my eyes. This place, this isn't the condo I was told about. This is Brandon's family's house.
Brandon? Ah, you're talking about the man you've been cheating on my brother with.
Wait, what?
So what you're trying to say right now is this. After having sent all of your things out of the old apartment with the moving company, you and my brother got into his car and rode in it all the way there. And to your surprise, the place you were going wasn't this condo, but to your secret boyfriend's house, right?
So you know all about this already? What the hell is up with you, Anthony? And what the hell is going on here?
I'm only telling you the things I've been told by my brother about you.
What?
Originally, Colt had only sent the remainder of his things to this condo in those moving trucks because he already knew what was going on with you and that Brandon guy. But when I showed him all the things you had been saying to me about being a parasite and not working a job, he knew you had no right to speak about that. Especially when you're nothing but a stranger to us.
What? What do you mean, a stranger? Why would he be calling his own wife a stranger now?
Sienna!
Colt.
You just learned that I'd known about you cheating on me, yet you still have the nerve to call yourself my wife?
Things aren't what you think, Colt. That man, Brandon, he's nothing more than a friend of mine, and we haven't done anything together.
I have a whole lot of evidence that points to you lying right now.
What?
I can see you don't know what's been going on still. But Brandon just so happened to be Anthony's old co-worker.
Huh?
And all this started when my brother noticed you and him coming out of a hotel together while he was on his way home from the office. He was very troubled by what he has seen, but took the chance to tell me what he saw. Hearing that from him, I called a detective to have him take a deeper look into you.
You've been using a detective now?
After a few weeks of having him look into you and the man you've been with, he found out that you have both been a thing since before we got married. And the only reason you ever ended up marrying me in the first place is because you both knew I've been running my own company, and that you could use me as your ATM. The main reason why you wanted my money so badly was because you needed me to help you pay off all that debt you'd been in. Then when you found out about the condo I'd bought, you intended on using that as a place to make love to Brandon until my mom and I were fully moved into it. But that's when you ran into my brother living there, and without even caring about his explanation that he's working for me and studying, started calling him a parasite in hopes of getting him to leave.
What the heck? Why did you both find out about this? This is all because of your little brother. I knew he was trouble the moment I ran into him.
What are you talking about? This is all because of you and your boyfriend you've been keeping behind my back. Don't even try pushing the blame onto my little brother now.
All right, okay. I'll break up with Brandon now if you want.
Huh?
Well, to be completely honest with you, I don't care about all the debt that he's gotten himself into. I already had my debts paid off, so I don't need to listen to what he says anymore. He was the one that got me all wrapped up in this in the first place. Now that I've started to see the full situation, I know that you're the only man that makes me happy, and that's why I married you. Please, believe me.
Would someone that really married me because they're happy with me continue going to hotels with that man after our wedding? I told you I have all the evidence. No matter what you have to say to me now, our divorce is set in stone. And what I mean by that is we're already divorced.
Huh?
A little while back, you stayed out way too late. And when I said I wanted you home earlier, you came home and gave me divorce paperwork that you had already filled out. You then went and threatened me by saying you could divorce me whenever you wanted to.
What? No way. You used that divorce paperwork?
I did. And I handed them into the courthouse completely filled out just the other day, which means that you and I are nothing more than strangers now.
This has to be a lie, right?
Now, here's the thing. Just because we're divorced now doesn't wash away your sins of cheating on me that whole time we'd been married. And so I'll be getting a settlement from both you and Brandon.
A settlement?
And if you'd like to know where all of your things were sent to, they're at Brandon's family house already. That was all a choice made by your parents, by the way.
What?
This is what your dad wanted me to tell you, so I'll let you hear this now. If you wanted to be with Brandon so bad, then here's your chance to do just that. Please have your marriage form handed into the courthouse in the next 100 days, or else you're coming home to us.
Huh?
He then went on to say, you will be working with that man for the rest of your life in order to pay off his $200,000 worth of debt for letting his company fail.
What is he saying?
If you do marry him in the next 100 days, then your mother and I will be cutting ties to you. And if you don't, you'll be coming home and receiving the worst punishment anyone will have ever received.
What?
It sounds to me like your dad'll be paying off your settlement and Brandon's settlement to me. But then you both will have to be indebted to him for the rest of your lives.
Wait. Oh, this is all completely screwed up, right?
Well, then you can go have a discussion with your parents as to why you think they're being too harsh. I just ask that you pay off that settlement through your dad as quickly as possible. Other than talks about the money, I don't want to hear any more from you. You were the one that got yourself into that situation, so please, don't get me involved in it anymore.
How am I supposed to go and talk to them when they want me either dead or married to a man with tons of debt?
That's not my problem.
Colt!
Goodbye forever now.
I don't want to be in debt again.
After all of that, I got a text from Sienna telling me to do something about my brother, but I chose to block her number immediately after getting that text. My brother later told me that right after he said goodbye to Sienna, she tried to run back to her parents' house asking for forgiveness, but they kicked her out saying that she had to get married to Brandon. And so, with nowhere left to run, and 100 days to get that marriage taken care of, she did just that and moved in with Brandon and his family. Little did she know the extent of Brandon's debt was much worse than she had thought, and it included his whole family after their company fell apart. Her parents were happy to hear she was getting married to him, because they needed her to start working for them right away. And it wasn't long before the news got out that she and Brandon were officially married. As of right now, it doesn't matter whether it's morning, evening, or night, Sienna is working her butt off for that family and not able to escape from them. And most recently, her mother-in-law has really started to squeeze her grip tightly on Sienna, leaving her looking like she's in a worse state every day. With there being nowhere else for Sienna to even think about running now, her mind and her heart have officially been broken, with her becoming a part of that family for the rest of time. As for my brother Colt, he fully moved into his new condo with me, and having had all the renovations completed, it was time for him to start moving more and more of his newer employees into the building. I was also able to pass my exam first try and will now be working alongside him full-time, based in our new office located in the condo itself. Of course, we'll both have to go into the actual office every week, but it sure does feel good to finally have this new job with my brother and to not have that money-sucking parasite attached to my brother anymore. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Christina. Is now a good time?
Hey, Brianna, sure. What's up? Is it something about art club?
No, not the club. I was just wondering whether you use any social media.
No, not really. I use Messenger for chat quite a lot. And I did make some accounts on certain sites at the recommendation of my friends, but I almost never use them. To be honest, I'm so busy with painting pictures for art club, I don't really get time.
I see. You have next month's competition to think about too, huh? Sorry to drop a bomb like this on you at such a busy time, but I think someone is... Actually, you're better off just seeing for yourself. Look.
Huh? What's this? Whose social media is this? What the hell? Wait a sec. That image they posted is one of my paintings.
Right? That was your entry in the last painting competition, wasn't it? The one you won second place with. The school uploaded it on their homepage, right? Looks like whoever's behind this account reposted it from there. And they're saying pretty awful things. On top of the post they made in the picture I just sent, they've been saying stuff like, how could this piece of garbage win second place? Were the judges all blind? LOL. The colors look dirty. How gross. Was this really made by a high school student? A mentally disabled 3-year-old could do better, LOL. I'm so sorry, Christina. I hope these aren't upsetting you, but I thought you had a right to know.
Oh my god, this is so horrible. My paintings. Who the hell would do such a thing?
Well, I've been thinking about who it could be. And I think there's a chance it's Jada running a fake account.
What? Jada? It can't be Jada.
I only found it by coincidence myself, but I'm almost certain it's her. It says they're a sophomore at our high school and that they attend art club on their profile section. And they made several posts talking about how they won first prize at the last competition. Wasn't it Jada who won that? That's why I'm fairly certain it's her. It must feel really awful to be betrayed by someone you thought that was your friend like this.
No, I'm finding it really difficult to believe, actually. Would Jada really do this? We've known each other, like, forever. Me and her have been best friends ever since elementary school. Our families know each other. We've been there for each other through thick and thin.
I understand you don't want to believe your friend would do this kind of thing. I always thought you two got along great too. But you and her are the only sophomores at art club. And there are tons of posts containing information only she would know. Look, take this one here for example. Remember the time the sophomores made cookies for practical in cooking class? then handed them out to the students at the art club. Here's a post from the exact same day. Your cookies taste like moldy carpet. Should have had your mom teach you how to make them before handing them out at school, lol. Learn how to bake before learning how to paint, girl. You'll never get a boyfriend baking cookies like that. Who apart from Jada would know about that?
Would Jada actually do this though? I just don't believe it. I've never seen or heard of her doing anything like this before, and she has no reason to.
I'm sorry, Christina. It's hard to deny at this point. It's the truth, unfortunately. Plus, it doesn't stop at mere insults. You better not ruin the next competition with your crappy paintings. If you're stupid enough to enter the next competition, I'm gonna show up at your house and beat you black and blue. Thinking of cutting whatever piece of junk she enters into the next painting competition into tiny little pieces with a box cutter. Decisions. Like this post if you think I should pour black ink over her painting right before she enters the comp. Imagine the look on her face. There are lots of posts threatening to cause actual damage. It doesn't get much more hateful than this. These are borderline and criminal.
Yeah, okay. These ones are plain scary. But if Jada really is the one behind this fake account, I wonder why she decided I'm her enemy all of a sudden. I can't think of a reason for the life of me. She won first place at the last competition after all, by a big margin too, so it's not like I'm a threat to her.
You say that, but you did get second place. Big margin or not, the second place runner-up is a threat. She's probably worried you're gonna beat her next time. The posts on this fake account really are horrible. Anyone who would do this has to be tapped in the head. Maybe it would be best if you didn't enter the next painting competition just to be on the safe side. I'd hate if something happened to you over a painting.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna talk to Jada tomorrow about this fake account. I need to find out whether she really is the one behind it.
I think that's a good idea. What are you gonna do about the competition?
I'm not sure. I agree that it's not worth risking my safety over a painting, and these posts scare me. I think I'm gonna give next month's competition a miss, at least until we can get to the bottom of who's behind this. I don't want to add any more fuel to the fire. Anyway, first things first, I have to talk to Jada.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the fake account. Confront her with it and make her explain herself. Christina, you there? Did you see the post from last night? Oh my god. Who does that bimbo think she is to make accusations like that? God, I hate her. Looks like someone's pulling out of next month's competition. I've been waiting for this. Serves you, right? Looks like the inferior painter finally knows her place. Bow to the queen, lol.
Yeah, I saw them all. I spoke to Jade about the fake account yesterday.
And she still posted all this poison? That girl really is evil. Not an ounce of remorse. If anything, she got worse. I think it's time we took this to the school advisory board. There's no place for such a wicked nature hate monger in our club. The thought of her escalating is genuinely terrifying. It's Sunday, so let's take this to the staff office the instant she posts something tomorrow. We can have them kick her out of the club once and for all.
Just hold on a minute, Brianna. Me and Jada already discussed it, and we're pretty sure we got to the bottom of it.
What? That's impossible! Oh, Christina, you didn't let her manipulate you, did you? The post still continued in spite of you warning her for crying out loud.
On the contrary, thanks to those posts, Jada's innocence has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Huh?
I know, Brianna. I know it's you behind the account.
What?
You've been pretending to be my best friend and bad-mouthing me on social media, haven't you? You, Brianna.
No, that's crazy talk. Surely you know that. Why would you think it was me? It's Jada's fake account. Just look at her profile page and the content of her post. Who else could it be? I know it's not a nice thing to accept, but please don't delude yourself, sweetie.
Anyone who knows Jada could have written those things. Literally everyone at school knows she won first prize at the last painting competition. I checked the post history from the day it was made, and there isn't a single thing on the account, and only Jada would know. Listen, I know it wasn't her, so just give it up. Jada stayed over my house last night. She sat right next to me while we watched the account posting in real time together.
What? You stayed up late to watch the account?
I've known her since we were little kids, so we often have sleepovers. She let me have her phone for the night, and I still had it at the time the posts were being made. She didn't have access to any devices, computer, phone, nothing. That proves beyond doubt that she's not the one behind the account.
Not necessarily. Think about it. What if she gave a friend her password and asked them to do it instead? With social media, if you have someone's password, you can post from any device anywhere. Don't fall for her lies.
I don't think that's the case, actually. Even if she did put a friend up to it last night, the contents of the posts themselves are suspicious. For example, back when they posted that I should have learned how to bake cookies from my mom after we handed them out on the day of the practical in cooking class.
Huh? Which part is suspicious?
My mom died when I was 2 years old. I've been raised by my dad ever since.
What?
Jada knows because we've been friends since we were young. So do all my other close friends. So if Jada or any of my other close friends were the culprit, they'd probably be making posts about my dead mom, not one suggesting she's still alive. Which is why it's pretty obvious whoever it is didn't know.
Well, maybe so, but even still, that doesn't prove it was me. You shouldn't go throwing around accusations that could get people in trouble without evidence. There are any number of people who don't know about your mom other than me. Why single me out?
I did think that. But last night's posts were the final nail in your coffin. The only person I discussed not entering next month's painting competition with was you, Brianna.
Huh?
I didn't tell Jada or any of my friends. I didn't tell any of the teachers on the school advisory board. I didn't tell anyone from art club. No one. Actually, I had no intention of pulling out of the competition in the first place. That's why I know you're the one behind the account.
No way! How could this happen? Thought I made it impossible for you to prove. I was so careful! I didn't think you'd ever find out.
Unfortunately for you, turns out you didn't make it as impossible to prove as you thought you did. In the end, it wasn't the tech side of things that gave you away, but your own stupidity. Anyway, Brianna, care to explain why you did this? Did I do something to make you hate me? Because I seriously don't remember if I did. Would you mind explaining it to me?
Ugh, you infuriate me! That clever, sarcastic attitude of yours infuriates me, and so does everything else about you. Did you do something? Are you completely ignorant? Of course you did something, and so did that bimbo Jada. You smashed my pride into tiny little pieces. The idea was to turn you two against each other so you start getting into fights at school, and have you both kicked out of art club.
Your pride? By any chance are you referring to the last painting competition?
Obviously. Why should a little brat so much younger than me win a prize? When the painting I worked so hard on didn't even get an honorable mention. I didn't get a prize because of you two. I want the recognition I deserve. I wanted you both to pay for what you did to me.
Wow, okay. I'm definitely detecting a hint of ill will in there. The thing is, you say all that, but let's say for argument's sake, your plan succeeded and you did get me and Jada booted out of art club. That doesn't necessarily mean you get a prize, you know?
Shut up! I'm sick of you! I'm already in my 3rd year of high school. I'll have to find a job before long, and I wanted to win at least one prize to beef my resume up. Which is why you two witches are in my way. You're jeopardizing my chances of finding work, my future. Surely you understand why I had no choice.
I most definitely do not understand. To think you'd try and get rid of me and Jada using such shameless, underhanded tactics? If you put even half the time into your painting that you did into this wicked, insane plan of yours, maybe you actually win something.
I'm tired of listening to you! Just shut up, brat! Don't get carried away just because you got lucky and won a prize on a fluke. You're so arrogant. Someone needs to knock you down a peg. Winning that prize went to your head.
Anything you say is pointless now. I'll be reporting this incident to the teachers on the advisory board. Not only did you say all sorts of mean, hateful things, but you made actual threats. I'll beat you black or blue, and I'll cut your painting up. I mean, seriously, Brianna? I was worried for my safety. You had me looking over my shoulder around school. I was so terrified.
You'll only be wasting your time. I'll be deleting the account as well as these chat logs. With that, all the proof will be gone. So you can go around trying to kick up a fuss all you like, but no one will take you seriously. If anything, you'll be in trouble for making false accusations. It's such a shame. There isn't a thing you can do about it. Idiot. LOL.
It's true. If me and Jada reported you without any proof, we probably wouldn't be taken seriously. What would you say if I told you we had other witnesses, though? It'd be different then, right? You see, here's the thing. The entire art club is watching this conversation as we speak.
What?
I spoke about what was going on with the director and deputy director of the art club because of the sheer malice behind what you were doing. So we're here with everyone now. Students, teachers, everyone. The entire art club is my witness. On top of that, I have screenshots of every post you made on the fake account since it was created. I also have our chat logs stored on my computer.
What? You did all that? That's so sneaky. How could you be so dishonest? You coward.
Actually, I'm pretty sure making a fake account on social media and pretending to be someone else so you could badmouth me with impunity was significantly more cowardly than me defending myself, which is why first thing tomorrow, I'll be reporting you to the teachers on the advisory board, as well as your personal tutor.
No, wait. My personal tutor too? Why would you do that? This could affect my exams. I might even get expelled. Please.
Not my problem. Anyway, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. The next day, with all the evidence I gathered in hand, I reported Brianna to the school advisory board and her personal tutor. Before the day was up, she was summoned to the principal's office, where she was reprimanded severely. Since no harm came to me or Jada in the end, it was decided that she wouldn't be suspended or expelled this time. But word of her disturbing behavior quickly made its way around school due to the entire art club having been present for her confession. She soon became known as that psycho girl and lost all of her friends, and her school life became one of a lonely, isolated path who others would constantly talk about behind her back. Being at school became so stressful for her that she ended up dropping out of art club just before the painting competition and eventually stopped showing her face at school altogether. It's just like they say, what goes around comes around. For a little while, me and Jada were worried Brianna would get angry and try and take revenge on us somehow. But nothing happened in the end, and we were both able to safely submit our entries into the painting competition. I wonder who's gonna win this time. I can't wait to find out.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.